Welcome back to A Day in the Life of a Calf Raiser for VitaPlus. I'm Sarah Schilling at Schilling Farms. Today we're going to talk about our calving pen. Our calving pen is set up to be 2 individual pens if we need to. It's cleaned twice a week. All the straw gets pushed out into the alley, and then we put lime down, and then we put fresh straw on top of that. So in the calving pen, we have a cupboard that has extra iodine, sleeves, towels. Each calf is expected to be towel dried no matter what the season is. On the opposite side of the cupboard is the iodine and the cup. Each cup gets 1 squirt to dip on each of the navels, and then if there's multiple heifer calves, then we put a color on them so they're coincided and they have the right tag. We also have in here a sheet that lists all the calves that are supposed to have twins. After the calf is born and dried off and dipped for the first time, the milker feeds it colostrum. So we've switched and we do 5 quarts of colostrum right now. So whether it's all colostrum or a combination of secure and colostrum, but anything above 23 we use, and if it's less than that, then we refrigerate it and feed it to the bulls. So after they're dried off in the maternity pen, they come out here to the super huts. There's 3 super huts. The first one is always for heifers. The other 2 are for bulls. We just fill them as we need to. The bulls are picked up twice a week, and we don't typically keep them on the farm. In here, when they bring the calf in, they're expected to dip them again. And then there's also a bag on the top of more colors. Sometimes if we have heavy calving, we might have 4 or 5 calves in here. So they all have to have a different color. The super hutches are cleaned about every other week or so, depending on how heavy our calving is. We have a guy that pressure washes, loves to pressure wash. He does a great job. And then for the bedding in here, we do 2 bags of wood shavings on the bottom and then straw on top for now. If it ever decides to warm up, we'll just switch to all wood shavings. So once we get them down here, we have a series of 3 shots that they get, and then we genomic test them. Every calf is genomic tested. Then when we get the results, even before weaning, we will sell off our bottom end. And then it will get ear notched for BVD, and then that ear notch goes into a tube that's labeled with the calf number. I add formalin to it to preserve it, and then it will go in the refrigerator. And I have them in numeric order in the refrigerator, and then after I get a few in there, then I take them in to be tested. For the ear tags, we break them apart. This one, the calf will get tagged after it's weaned and it's given its first vaccinations in the grower barn. So when a newborn comes over, it'll get this tag in its right ear, and then the RFID tag goes in the left ear. And we do all the ear notching and the genomic testing in the left ear, and we save the right ear for anything the vet would have to do. I clip the horns to apply the dehorning paste. We use the Dr. Larson's. And then we'll do a collar. All our calves are on tethers, and so we'll add a collar, and we're still adding calf jackets. When we're done with all of this, we have a scale. We weigh all of our calves at birth and at weaning. after all these things are done, we load the calves up and take them down to their individual hutch. And we are still now doing the wood shavings on the bottom, 1 bag per hutch, and then we do straw on top for right now. To transport the calves over here to get them ready to go down to their hutches, we use a van. It works really well. It's easy enough to pop open the back and get them up in there, and it just works really well. So the calf is in her hutch. She'll be in here until approximately 64 days is when she'll move across the road. I hope you enjoyed this edition of A Day in the Life of a Calf Raiser. Next edition, we are going to discuss summer bedding, fly control, and blood proteins. I hope the next edition is warmer also.